Hey, Block 2. Miss Moore here. We're going to start a vocabulary lesson for today. We have a new list, so don't worry about the previous list that you've had before. Eventually, we'll go ahead and once we see each other again, I'll take that from you. But for now, just relax and enjoy this. I am going to give you the word list. I will upload it to your Google Classroom. You have the option, if you want to print it out to take some notes on it, or you could just follow along on this video. But you do need to listen to the entire video. The reason why I would like you to finish this entire video is because at the end will be your vocabulary challenge. And yes, I do mean challenge. You are going to have a challenge each week for vocabulary, so you're not going to be filling out an organizer as before. And then for your challenge, you will complete it and you will upload it to Google Classroom. Just like any other week, vocabulary will be due a week from now. You can turn in, of course, as soon as you'd like, but you have until Tuesday at midnight or 11:59 p.m. to be exact, to complete and turn in your assignment. All right? So please follow along with me. If you need to pause this video, please do so now to print out your document or to access the document on your Google Classroom, and we can go ahead and get started. All right, so you're not able to see me, but you're able to see this word list. It is sed, sid, and sess. It means to sit or to settle. So you'll notice that all of these words with the definitions have something to do with something sitting or settling. Let's get started. Assessor. Assessor is a noun. It's an official who evaluates and settles on a value of a property for tax purposes. An assessor basically assesses the value of a property. Taxes are very important, not as important as it's not important right now for you all, but adults have to file their taxes, and in order to have their taxes count for their property, sometimes they need an assessor who comes out and evaluates to settle on that value for the tax purposes. Next is president. That's a noun. We all know what a president is. President is an executive officer who sits in charge of a firm or organization. So it's not just, the president of the United States, but also there are companies that have presidents as well. There are CEOs, if you will, that may consider themselves presidents rather than CEOs. But CEO does stand for executive officer. I think it's commercial executive officer. Officer. I can't remember what the C means, but that is what the president is. Reside, next, is a verb. When you reside somewhere, it means to settle into a place to live or to even exist. We reside in Las Vegas. Some of us may reside in Henderson. We reside in the homes that we live. That's where we have settled, and that's where we will stay until, we decide to reside somewhere else. We also reside on planet Earth. We exist on planet Earth. Next is residence. You'll notice that reside is the verb, residence is the noun. Residence is a home, a place where a person settles to live. So you reside at your residence. Okay. Next is sedan. Sedan is a noun. It's a closed automobile that has enough room for 4 people to sit comfortably. Some of our parents drive SUVs. Some of our parents may have a minivan. Most of the time, however, we drive in sedans. It's a 4-door car. Pretty much what a sedan is. Sedate is a verb. When you sedate someone, it means to help someone calm down or to help someone settle down. Sedating doesn't always go to humans. Sometimes we need to sedate animals, especially those that may have gotten loose in the wild, or like those wild animals that may come into neighborhoods, and so they sedate them in order to not cause harm to other people, but also so they don't cause harm to themselves. It helps them settle down, helps them calm down. Sometimes it even helps them sleep, so that way they can get them to a place comfortably. A sedative is, again, the noun phrase for verbs. So you sedate using a sedative. Sedative is the medicine used to help a person settle into a state of calmness. Sometimes doctors use sedatives in order to calm a patient down so that way they can perform a procedure on them. And the same thing again with the animals that may be roaming wild. People trained, highly trained animal people come and they help by sedating the animals by giving them a sedative to help them calm down. Sedentary is an adjective. Sedentary is fixed to one spot, marked by a great deal of sitting and very little exercise and travel. Oftentimes, and this is an adjective, but with sedentary, when you are fixed to one spot and you have very little exercise or travel, you're just in a state of just sitting. That's usually not the best place to be. A lot of the time, a lot of older people we would consider sedentary because they don't, they're a little older and they can't move as much as they were able to before. So they are fixed to that one spot. A sediment is a noun. Sediment is the solid material that settles to the bottom of a liquid. Depending on the material that does not dissolve, it will settle to the bottom of liquid. Oftentimes when I think of sediment that's at the bottom of liquid, it's tea. I know that might sound strange. I love tea. And whenever I make tea, maybe it's hot or cold or iced tea, sometimes the tea from the tea bags settles at the bottom of the liquid and it doesn't dissolve. It just sits there. And last is session, which is a noun. A session is a meeting, class, or assembly where a group sits together. And as of right now, sessions are probably highly, you don't want to be in a session unless it's online. Okay. So I do hope that the examples that I gave you helped, and going through how to say each word and why and how it relates to the definition. I hope that has helped as well. All right, let me switch back to my screen here. I want you to see my face for this challenge, okay? Your challenge for this week is find it at home. Find it at home. So using any of the words, more than one or just one, it's up to you. You can even use just the root, which is to settle or to sit. I would like you to take a picture, draw an image, or no, I'm sorry, not draw an image, but find something at home that relates to your vocabulary list. Take a picture, even a video would be fun too, and upload it to your Google Classroom. So that's your challenge. Find it at home. Anything that you can find at home that relates to a word on your list or the list in its entirety, I'm gonna challenge you to find that at home. All right. Okay. The quiz will be up and your vocabulary will be up as well. Again, you have until Tuesday at 11:59 p.m. to turn in your vocabulary assignment. Good luck, boys and girls. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Bye.